there were also some of the officials who were headed by the Rajans. Okay, Rajans. Okay, now Rajans had a group of officials who used to recommend or suggest the decision making. Now, this means that Rajans did not had absolute power. Okay, Rajans did not have absolute power. No, he did not have absolute power. Many of the decisions were depending upon the officials who used to assist him. And this official majorly consists of the Purohits, okay, who were the important officials, like in what today's days we call it as the kitchen cabinet or the cabinet ministry, who is under the prime minister. Okay, now the similar way there were Purohits. After Purohits, we come to the next tier, that is Vashishta and Vishwamitra. Now they majorly drive the policy making, like what we have today, the Niti Ayog, which is under PMO office. Okay, so Vashishta and Vishwamitra were giving the decisions for the policy making. How should be the structure of the society, how should be the behavior of the king towards the society, how should society interact with each other, how should be the family life, how should be the social life, how ethically it should go. Okay, so this was decided by the Vashishta and Vishwamitra. After that, the main commander of the army was known as the Senani. The head of the Sena was called as the Senani. Okay, after that, the Vajapati. Now the Vajapati majorly was the leader from the lowest clan, like lowest, not the third lowest. Okay, now we have the Varna system only in the latter Vedic period, but there were evidences that the third, okay, the third tier of the Varna system consisted of the farmers and the laborers. Okay, farmers and the laborers, and this used to be headed by the Vrajapati or the pasture ground, for handling the pasture ground. So as we are in the early Vedic period now, at present human is not having that well developed agriculture. Majorly the occupation is based on the pasteurization. Okay, and that is why here the animal rearing would be having some or the another kind of management. Okay, and this management is being done by the Vrajapati. Okay, after that we also get the evidences of the slavery system that is being followed in the early Vedic age also and in the latter Vedic age also. The Aryans were called the Aryans, but the local people who were working under this Aryans were called as the Dasas. Okay, they were termed as Dasas. And these Dasas were scolded anytime, they were beaten anytime according to the will of his boss. Okay, now this is being written in the Rigvedic literature. Okay, now there are also some of the terminologies that if there is a mediator who is solving any kind of disputes, so he is Madhyamaasi. Madhyamaasi, the one who is intermediating in between any kind of dispute. So whether it might be the civil dispute, whether it might be the criminal dispute. So it was Madhyamaasi who used to solve this issue. After that, the tax collector was known as the Bhagadugha. So there were the evidences of the taxes. Now the taxes emerged majorly during the later Vedic period. But in early Vedic period, we had some of the evidences in the Vedic text, in which the collector was known as the Bhagadugha. After that, the treasurer was called as the Sangrahitri. Okay, Sangrahitri. Okay, and the charioteer was known as the Suta. Okay, now if you remember the Mahabharata, okay, if you remember Mahabharata, Karna was called as the Sutaputra. Now Suta means a charioteer. Okay, now the Karna's father, okay, was the Sut for Bhishma Pitamaha. Okay, and that is why he was called, Karna was called as a Sutaputra. So here you can know the term Suta. Okay, so Sut means a charioteer who drives the chariot of the king, okay, or the priestly classes. Okay, after that the messenger is known as the Palagala. Now there were n number of messengers, different kind of messengers. The messengers who will go from one kingdom to another kingdom, either to get an agreement, peaceful agreement, or either to declare the war. Okay, now this kind of messengers were known as the Palagala. Now the accountant was known as Ashwapa. Okay, Ashwapa. Okay, so these are some of the important terminologies which you need to get in. Now in this way there used to be sabhas and samitis, and majorly all the people who used to attend this sabhas and samiti were those people who were included in the decision making process. Okay, now here you will see that this is the local samiti. Okay, it is not sabha. Okay, it is samiti. So here in the Samiti, you will find no woman over here. Okay. So these are some of the evidences. Although this is AI generated image, but it is generated through the information that is available in the historical texts. Okay. After this, there was also a tribal assembly or the tribal council, right? So here the Samiti and the Sabha had some of the differences. Like Sabha was less political in character and more ethical in character. So political discussions were less in the Sabha and the political discussions were more in the Samiti. Why? Because this were the local Samiti, okay, where many of the people used to decide upon the military as well as religious aspects. Okay, so here common people were included, and here only elder people were included. Now in Sabha, okay, all are friendly, belonging to the king's side. Okay, and here they would be debating, they would be in fact fighting also on their own terms. Okay, so here the members of the Samiti points out to the grievances of the people which were against the king, and here in Sabha they were for the king. Okay, now this is mentioned, this Sabha and Samiti is mentioned in Aitreya Brahmana, okay, in the text called as Aitreya Brahmana. Aitreya Brahmana. This is very important text of the Rigvedic period, okay, which has lots of evidences of the Rigvedic period. And from this only Aitreya Brahmana, we get to know about how was the political structure, how was the political structure, how was the family structure, okay, how was the family structure, how was the social structure. So all of these evidences we get from the Aitreya Brahmana. So whenever you need to write any kind of data in your mains examination, or even if the preliminary question is being asked, okay, on some terminology, so you need to remember that the major text which we refer for the Rigvedic evidences is Aitreya Brahmana. Okay, now beyond this, both the Sabhas and the Samiti were the twin daughters of Prajapati. They were considered as the twin daughters of the Prajapati. Why? Because major of the analysis, major of the status of the society was viewed by the king only through the decisions made in the Sabhas and Samitis. Now this was also the period when the Rajans used to go directly in the Sabhas and Samitis also. There are evidences. Okay, either in the epical stories, but yes, there are evidences. If you have gone through the Ramayana, okay, there the Rama is also participating in the Samitis. He is also participating in Sabhas, so that he can know the actual ground real activities. Okay, fine.